What's good, party people? One Take Wonder Man here, back for another cryptocurrency update. This one's gonna be so quick because it's so hot in my car and I have leather seats and they're burning me. They're burning my flesh off. Okay, so Bitcoin hit like $3,000 today for like 2 seconds, I think. And now it's sitting at like, well, we'll get into that. Ethereum is, it hit like almost $400 today. There's only a few coins you'll hear me talk about. There's a lot of coins that are in the market that are on the rise, but typically I'm like always the last guy to talk about those coins. Okay, so sometimes I'm the first, but it's rare. Why is my heat on right now? That's not nice. Go away, heat. Turn on air. Anywho's it. So Steam is it's down a little bit, but it's staying right in the same vicinity. Ethereum Classic got up to $23 or $24 today, I believe. Yeah, and then all of a sudden everything started crashing. It started coming down, and everybody seen that it was coming down, so then everybody started selling off everything, and the price dropped even further. And I want to thank you guys for that, because I was able to pick up some cheap coinage, swap some things around. I did sell off my DigiHype because it got low enough to where I didn't want to lose my money. I still think Digibyte is going to go up. I still believe that, but I don't think it's going to rise quite as quickly as some other currencies that I got into. So, I went ahead and got into some. I got some Steam. What else? Man, got into some more Redcoin, even though Redcoin dropped. Redcoin's already so low that I'm not really that concerned with a drop. That's just a good time for me to buy. Making sense? Ethereum dropped back down to like 350. Bitcoin dropped down to like 1,500, which is a big percentage, or 2,500, not 1,500. Sorry, it's a pretty big percentage though. Either way, it's like a 20% drop ish. So. It's so hot in here, it's hard for me to think. Even my headphones are like burning my face. Man. There's a few coins that I think are going to be around for the long term. A lot of these coins, honestly, I'm kind of a FOMO guy. I'm kind of a FOMO trader. But if you play your cards right, you can do okay. FOMO trading. If you play them right. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of stuff, though, that I've seen start to go way up there. Or maybe it'll double or triple in price. And I'm like, man, I really want to get on board, but I'm not getting in at this price. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to lose my booty hole. So, but there's some coins that I think are going to be around for a while, like Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, Steam. Those coins, Dash is almost, was it 188 or something like that? It's going to be around. There's certain coins that are going to stay around that aren't going to go anywhere for a while, if ever. Those coins or those cryptos are probably a good long-term investment. You're going to see some downs, but you're going to see a lot more ups in the long run. So if you're really just wanting to make money over the long term, that would probably be your best bet, would be to get into those currencies if you just want to let your money sit there. Me, I kind of enjoy the excitement of trading and, bouncing back and forth. Sometimes I'll go at lunchtime and I'll buy a crap ton of coins, and then before I go to bed, I'll sell those off and buy something else, like that day trading stuff. So, it works, sometimes. Had I just stayed in some of those other currencies, I may have made more money by now. I don't know. Probably not. But I did cash out on my Digibyte. I bought whether it was Steam, more Redcoin, and more Ether Classic. Ether Classic is undervalued right now, guys. It dropped back down to like 16 or 17 bucks. It's undervalued. I keep saying that this coin is going to go to 50 bucks. Like, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. So, if you know what I'm saying, like, you might consider getting into it. If you haven't already, you might consider getting into Ether Classic. It's basically the same thing as Ethereum. And in the long run, when you think about it, it's like the same stuff. I mean, it's not. It's an older version of it or whatever, you know. But, you know, they believe in not changing the laws of which is good, because that's, on one hand, it's good because it's very decentralized in that aspect. On the other hand, it's like, man, well, what if, you know, like if people were gonna lose a bunch of money in Ethereum, if something was gonna happen, people are about to lose a bunch of money, Ethereum would just change some stuff so that people didn't lose all their money, which is good as a security backup. But then you look at that as that's kind of centralized. Whereas if you go to Ethereum Classic, if people are going to lose a bunch of money, there's really, I mean, they're not going to do necessarily anything major as far as the crypto goes to change that fact. It's just going to happen. Code is code, you know, code is law, I think is what they say. So, but I do think there's a lot of potential with Ether Classic. I think it's extremely undervalued. And I bought a bunch of it back in the day when it was like $1.50 a share. And I just happened to sell it off and buy different currencies and do trading and stuff, which I've gotten more enjoyment out of trading like that anyway. But I don't think I made it out of here in time to avoid the traffic jam. That sucks. But anyway, Redcoin, I'm seeing a lot more people talk about Redcoin, guys, and it's super cheap right now. It's 0.2 cents. Okay, 0.2 cents. Hop on the red train. I don't know if it's actually like made for Reddit, like everybody says. Everybody's saying it's like made for Reddit. That's what I've heard. Like Reddit, it was like a Reddit coin for tipping on there, and it could be. It could very well be. I'm not saying it, but it's not. I'm not sure what this motorcycle's doing. But either way, I think it's a good coin to get into. And it's so cheap, 0.2 cents. You can't beat that. You know. There's a couple other coins that are cheap like that. Now, obviously, Digibyte was like 3 cents. You know, it dropped down to like 3 cents, and I just got out because I'm not trying to lose a crap ton of money. But like, there's a bunch of them that are coming out now that are starting to rise. Lisk, ARC, all these other coins, which I used to be invested in and no longer am. Waves, a bunch of those coins. But I would suggest if you're looking at making quick money, you're probably getting some cheap coins, some super cheap coins, because it doesn't take much for you to double your money. From a penny to 2 pennies, you doubled your money. You know what I'm saying? These other ones are more long-term investments. If you want to make, you know, a more steady profit over a longer period of time, you probably want to go with Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ethereum Classic or something like that. Or Steam is still low. That's probably going to be a quick turnaround, really, because I still think it's going to $10 by like October. So yeah. So anyways, guys, that is all I have for now. Sorry if I just rambled on and on. But I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. But if I were me, I would get into Redcoin and Ether Classic. Those two, and Steam. Those three. Quick turnarounds as far as profits go. And Steam's going to be one of those up on top of the, you know, on the top of the board with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's already moving its way up. So I would definitely suggest, if I were me, I would get into Steam, Ethereum Classic, and Redcoin. And Redcoin's still kind of in the kind of that stage. But with it being so cheap, you're really not losing anything if you buy some. And if it does blow up, you gained a crap ton of money. And if it doesn't blow up, you didn't lose a whole lot. So that's all I have for now, guys. Tune in long enough and something might happen. Deuces.